We start a nice podcast for you on a nice warm Wednesday. Al, I see you got your little Post-it note.
Yeah,
you
I've
got
got
some marker, right? What's up?
Yeah, I've got a number of items here, very random.
I like random.
These are all things that came to me during the show. Like
Okay.
sometimes, normally, like when I walk to go to the bathroom, walk to get my.
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that none of these are Tom Thibodeau related.
They are not Tom Thibodeau related at all.
I didn't think so.
The first one, Jerry, I want to see if you ever notice this happening to you, or if I'm just hyper aware. Because I think there are some things that I'm hyper aware of that other people don't think about or look for. You know how, like, if you wear a watch,
I wear my fitness watch.
Okay, you take your watch off at the end of the day.
Yep.
It's got a marking, like a crease where the watch was on your skin.
Yeah.
You might sometimes, if you wear a pair of shorts, Jerry, with an elastic band, it may take your shorts off at the end of the night. It may leave a
little indentation.
Like an increase or indentation. Yes, right into your hip or your waist.
Yep.
I've noticed occasionally, and it happened today, when I go to pee, my underwear leaves a crease across my wiener.
Excuse me?
Like the way my wiener is sitting in the underwear, there must be a crease somewhere in my underwear, and it's laying on my wiener. So then when I go to pee and I look down, there's a crease across my wiener.
So you have a line on your penis?
Yes, on the top.
And do you... I don't even know what to ask. I mean, do you rub that out?
No. I just assume when it goes back, it'll figure it out because it's not going to go back to the same exact spot.
I'm wondering, like, Eddie's going to clip this. I want to have a serious conversation.
I want to have a serious conversation too, but unfortunately, Eddie's very immature.
Have you you've noticed this before?
Yes.
Numerous times, I imagine?
Yeah.
Have you ever done the experiment where you drop your drawers, you see the crease, and then realize perhaps if you got an erection, you could watch the crease go away?
I have not thought of that.
There you go. I just gave you a job for today.
But I was thinking probably along those lines.
Yeah.
And like, why am I getting that crease on my penis from my underwear? The penis, a lot of people think it just has two states, aroused.
No, that's not true.
And flaccid.
Mm-mm.
But there's
a middle stage.
There's a middle. There's also, this is what I'm thinking. So there's aroused, there's flaccid, there's middle stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that there's a stage even less than flaccid.
Of walnut?
Like super flaccid, where it is so tiny and retracted and mushed that it's really susceptible to an underwear crease.
Let's call it super dormant.
Yeah, super dormant. Yeah. It's just laying low for a while.
Okay.
So I think that state below flaccid, super flaccid, if you will, that's where you're more susceptible to get a crease from your underwear.
Yeah, I've never noticed that. So this one's on you.
Yeah.
This one is an Al thing for sure.
No, it's definitely a new one.
Yeah, no, this is a new one. All right.
Definitely a new one. I pulled a power move on Facebook.
Are we off the penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled a power move, which I'm suggesting for people.
Oh, boy.
A power move on Facebook.
Please don't tell me this has to do with your Bradley Beach.
It does.
Oh, God.
It does.
I knew it.
So the power move here was I had, the town has done a great job of keeping the geese away.
Yeah.
They're not killing the geese. They're just, I guess, chasing them away in hopes that they go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So two geese somehow made a whole bunch of babies.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
now
usually what happens.
And now they're adolescent geese.
And
like they're not full grown.
By the way,
geese.
that's dangerous when you go near them. Then that's when the mama gets
Well,
defensive.
yeah, what I've found is that they get defensive when the eggs are around.
Okay.
I haven't actually, luckily, noticed them get defensive when the adolescent geese are running around. They I feel like it's a teaching moment for them where they teach the geese, like, here comes a dog.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if this dog's going to get us. Let's all move away. So they showed up in full force and they provided an enormous amount of poop. So I took a picture of it to show on the Bradley Beach page. Hey, just a heads up, this area covered in poop. Do not go walking over here. Well, of course, it just got... now I'm the bad guy for some reason.
How could you be the bad guy from that?
Right.
All you're doing is giving people a warning about what's going on, and perhaps you want to stay away from this area. Give me an example of someone actually being a jackass.
Well, you live among nature. Why wouldn't there be geese? This is what geese do. Oh, so shocking. Geese by water. Oh, you must have been very surprised. Just like dicks. So I responded to a bunch of people.
Okay.
Trying to give them zingers back.
Right.
And then after I zinged everyone back, I went into the settings. No more comments. That had to throw people off.
You shut it down.
I shut it down.
Right.
So the people could read comments, be like, oh, that son of a bitch, and start typing. But there's nowhere to write. The comments are shut off. It felt like a power move.
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, you and these Bradley Beach people.
Well, it's been a while since I've got in the mix over there. And I was trying to be so nice about it.
Yeah.
I just said, hey.
I actually would appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't see anything wrong with that post.
Right, but people will on those, and I'm sure it happens at all the Facebook groups that people belong to as far as like towns, that this happens. It's like no matter what you post about, someone will go against your post.
Oh, absolutely. There's
like
no
you
question.
could actually say like, trying to think of something like, I was mugged yesterday. They'd be like, well, were you flaunting your jewelry? Like, don't blame the victim. I'm telling you. What do you expect? People are out and about. There's all sorts of people.
I know. You could post what a beautiful summer day, and someone would write, yeah, maybe for you, but I'm stuck inside, jerk.
Yeah.
You're right. You can't. There's nothing you can do that'll get 100% approval.
Yeah, and I'm looking for that. Yeah. Like I'm looking for 100% approval.
You're never going to get that. It's really difficult. The only way you get that is if you save a puppy or something. Honestly.
I wonder though, what could be someone like if I said posted, I saved this puppy.
I don't mean you want to post it yourself, because then you'll get people that say, oh, pat yourself on the back there, jackass.
Yeah.
I meant more if someone had a post about you being a hero, and I don't mean your hero things in the past. I mean saving a dog or a child. That would be 100% approval.
Yeah.
And what a dude.
Yeah. There was a missing cat around town. There's now a second missing cat around town. And Jerry, I want to find the cat because I want to be the hero.
I know you do. I'm aware.
The first cat that was missing, I believe is still missing, was a little more difficult because it was a black cat.
Right.
It was all black. And they're just more common. You know what I mean? This one that's missing now is like a really unique looking cat that's orange. Only stripes on the tail.
No kidding.
Yeah, really unique looking cat. I would love to find this cat and be the hero.
I did hear that Beth Stern has a whole bunch of kittens they're trying to get rid of again.
Oh, are they?
At the was it North Shore Animal League where I got my other? It's too soon. We just lost our cat 2 weeks ago. We're not getting one yet, but I was like, oh, they got kittens. I'm like, no, not doing it. Not doing it. Maybe you can go find an orange one and then bring it to the people. Is this your cat?
Yeah, right.
Go with a camera crew.
Get a brand new cat and bring it to them. I found your cat. One thing I do find very interesting about cats.
Yeah.
Because I see them around. There's a lot of cats that run around my town that I don't know if they have homes or what's going on.
Yeah, I don't get the whole we have a cat, but we don't allow it in the house, or they're allowed in the house outside. What is going on there? So you're right. They could be cats that people, I don't even say own them because they just take care of them, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there are just random cats.
Right. This is what's hard to tell because there was a cat. There were two cats living under my porch, which I thought were homeless cats. And then months later, I walked by an apartment complex. They were both in the window.
Really?
But had access inside and outside. I was like, oh, they were just coming up and chilling by my place. Wow. They live here.
Yeah. They were getting away from their owners.
They're getting away for a little while.
Yeah.
But cats are very unique in that they're the only animal that I believe behaves this way. So let's say I'm walking my dog and I'm approaching my home. And there's a car parked in front of my home. There's bushes in front of my home. There's a sidewalk. And I see a cat on the sidewalk as I'm approaching my home. And I see the cat walking. And then the cat gets behind. It's walking on the sidewalk, but I can't see it now because it's behind the car. I know when I get there, that cat's going to be nowhere to be seen. Like they can disappear.
Very quick.
Without
And stealth-like.
Yes, it happens every time. I go, I'm supposed to be meeting up with this cat right now because I'm walking in front of the car. The cat's on the side of the car. We're going to meet right here. We never meet.
Yeah.
It's like they just disappear.
Probably went in the wheel well.
Wheel well, bushes, anything.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're
I've never
so
had a cat.
slick.
We've now had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 cats, I guess. Yeah, I think 4. I've never had a cat that's gone outside, except in a carrying case to go to the vet. We've just never done it. They've been indoor cats that have been taken care of, and I don't know. How do you go to bed at night? Where's the cat? Oh, it's outside. Where? No. Is he coming home? Not sure. Did it eat? I hope so. Like, what is that?
I don't know.
I mean, I know you're providing food and shelter when they need it, but I don't know. How do you ever get attached to something that may not come back because it got hit by a bus? Like,
it disappears for like a month and then shows back up.
Yeah, that could be the case, I suppose, in some homes, but not ours. Ours are always they enjoy the heating and the air conditioning.
What about, do you ever, like, on a nice spring or fall day, put the cat in like a carrier and bring it outside just to enjoy the fresh air?
No, because on a nice, beautiful fall or spring day, even a beautiful winter day, we will open the windows wide and they sit on the windowsill with the screen.
Oh, that's nice.
And they love it, especially if there's a little bit of a breeze.
Like in the window.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have one window specifically. So we have this big, not big, but we have like one of these, I forget what they're called, maybe a red maple tree, those little red maple trees that you got to keep trimming them to keep them so they don't get overgrown. About 5 years ago, I think it might have been during the spring of the pandemic, as a matter of fact, we noticed and we watched this, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I actually watched birds make a nest in this little tree. Same thing happens every spring. The birds come, one fat bird sits in that nest. Clearly it lays the eggs and then comes, hangs out. And then you see the shells broken in the bottom and then they're gone. They live in that nest for like a month and then they're gone. The cats love it. The ears are pinned back and they're in the screen just watching. And so that's kind of neat. Every year, Kim's like, you get rid of that. No, I'm not going to get rid of the nest. Leave it alone. Not bothering anybody. And would you know it, right now, the 5th year in a row, they're in the nest and they're so
they use the same nest?
Yes.
Like it sits there
Same
all
nest.
winter,
Yes. Even when the leaves are gone, you still see the nest sitting there in the middle of it's cool. And obviously one cat passed, but our other one, when I get home, she literally will run to the window and look at me. And I walk right over, open it, and she's in the window the rest of the day. So they do get a sense of outside, but no, we don't take them outside.
Yeah.
No.
I'd
be too afraid if they get out, they're gone. Just no.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
If you find a bug in your house, do you kill it or do you put it outside?
Depends. If I can actually open the door and get rid of it, I'll get rid of it.
When you say like it depends, does it depend on the type of?
Where it is.
Type of, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like for me, a tiny ant, I'm smushing it.
Yeah, I guess.
But if something was larger, I probably would try to.
Yeah, it really depends.
Take it outside.
Yeah, I mean, I've had. I know we had like a caterpillar once. Must have been on our clothes. Was like crawling around on the kitchen floor. I put that on my finger. I brought it outside.
Ah, that's nice. An inchworm.
Yeah, I don't know that I've had that, but I'm trying to think what
Ladybug definitely goes back outside.
Kind of kill spiders.
Yeah, spiders and ants, I feel like get crushed.
I know. I hate to say that. Ladybugs for sure.
Ladybugs, no one will kill a ladybug.
No doubt. If we can, we'll take them outside.
Yeah. A lot of people think when you see a ladybug, it's a relative.
I know we've done this before. It's not. All right.
It's not.
Come on now.
What if your relative really loved ladybugs? Then could it be them?
Okay. I mean, I had a cousin of mine who passed away that loved sharks. I mean, is every shark in the ocean him? I mean, come on. Silly.
I was bitten by Jerry's cousin.
Again, I'll say what I've always said. I think it's great imagery, and that if that helps you get through the day. By the way, is this camera way off me now?
It is. How did that happen?
I think the cord pulled.
Oh, okay.
Probably like that the whole time. Not that anyone was watching anyway. I think it's great imagery, and if that helps you get through the day and makes you feel better about things, that is awesome. And do it. I just don't buy it. So sorry.
What animal will you come back as? If I were to say now that I think is Jerry Recco.
What animal would I
It's
like
got to be
to
something
bring
I
back?
see, though. You know what I mean?
You want me to come see you?
Yeah.
Well, why am I going before you? You're older than me. I don't like that idea. I got kids.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Well, okay. So then what would I be? I don't know if I want to be a bird
I was
or.
gonna say like an eagle or a hawk.
Oh, that's cool.
You see them soaring in the sky
And they're
sometimes.
dominant.
They are. They are. But I don't know. I haven't really honestly given it any thought until this very
What if
second.
maybe I'd be a crow?
They're gross.
They're supposed to be really smart, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, then be an owl. Aren't they the smartest?
Owl could be good.
It's perfect. You can just annoy people constantly.
Whoo, whoo.
It's right up your alley.
You're right, because people put fake owls up on their house when they don't want like pigeons to
Right.
hang around their roofs.
Pigeons are gross.
Pigeons are very gross.
They are
Yeah,
gross.
that is true, Jerry. I saw a
I will tell you, a raccoon is neat from the standpoint of they're nasty, and I know they go in the sewers and all that. Although we discussed maybe the sewers aren't that terrible, but watching the one that is in my back in the area, like the neighborhood in the 4 or 5 backyards, watching that thing climb the tree like 100 feet in the air is fascinating to me.
yeah.
I'm not saying the lifespan of a raccoon is great, but that's a cool skill with the claws that they have.
Yeah, we had one in the back of our condo unit,
Mm,
and the thing climbed up the side of the building.
really?
Yeah,
So
I
like
don't know.
almost up like the plastic siding or the
Yeah.
brick or whatever.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
it was pretty neat.
Yeah.
My sister did correct me not long ago, and she said, "You know, you're always saying the raccoons lived in the sewer by our house." She goes, "That's not a sewer." She said, it's a storm drain
Oh,
that just carries rainwater out to."
that's a big difference.
Yeah,
That is a big
not
difference.
the sewer.
Yeah.
Sounds better if they were living in the sewer.
Well, I feel like that's what we're taught.
Yeah, right. If my wiffle ball went down the sewer, that's
Yeah.
what you would say.
Yeah,
You wouldn't say
exactly.
it went down the water drain.
No, I've never heard anybody say that.
Yeah. I saw a preview for a Netflix documentary called Poop Cruise. And it's about a specific Carnival cruise ship
Oh.
that in the middle of the ocean lost all power.
Oh God.
And
In the middle of the
in the
ocean?
middle of the ocean.
They don't have generators for that?
I guess that was what
Oh.
gave out. I don't know.
Oof.
But none of the toilets worked because they're all
Oh my God.
so people were
Doing what?
peeing in the showers. They were given bags to poop in.
These cruises are bad. I mean, I know
That's
they're
what I'm
fun.
saying,
I've been
yeah.
on a few of them. They are fun. And my son's going on one now tomorrow. I
Oh.
mean, he's gone on like 3 in the last 2 years. I'm not saying they're not fun. They are. But that's like one of those trips where if something goes wrong, disaster.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like terror. I don't mean that. I just mean like physical, gross disaster
Yeah.
is not far off.
I agree.
Ugh.
Yeah. There's a percentage potential for a real mess.
It sure is. Now, I also know it's not 1910 and communication is a lot better and satellites and everything. So if a cruise ship loses power somewhere in the middle of the ocean, I know that help can be on the way. You'll have to just figure it out for even if it's 6, 7, 8 hours, whatever, but help will be on the way. That having been said, could you imagine the panic for some when you are in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by nothing but water, and you have no power? Like,
And people start freaking out.
oh my gosh. Ugh,
Yeah.
that's pretty awful.
And nowhere for the poop to go.
That's just horrible.
Yeah. It's looked really terrible.
When was this cruise that this documentary is based on?
Doesn't say, but it doesn't. I saw the videos and stuff. It did not seem long ago.
They don't like have video of the poop bags, do they?
The poop bags, yes, they do.
I'm out. I can't. I might throw up in the living room.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, you can watch that. Let me know.
I
how it
will
goes.
watch that.
I
And
know
then-
you will.
You know, it comes out yesterday, and like you said before, like they go coming June 24th. Well, hell, it's 20 days. That's 3 weeks from now. Give it to me now. I want the Poop Cruise documentary today.
You need to go work for Netflix. You probably get a sneak peek.
Yeah, sneak peek, because it's clearly done. They gave us the preview.
Why don't you go work on documentaries?
Seems like a lot of work.
Jesus.
Also, I don't think I have any skills.
That's not true.
I would just be able to go, you know, it would be a good documentary. Remember that cruise where everyone was pooping on it? What about we did that?
You could be an idea guy.
It's amazing still, like how all these documentaries now, like this poop cruise one, they had so much video because everyone,
You got the camera, the phone.
and then everyone could give it to the documentary filmmaker once they realize it's happening.
I mean, this day and age, we've talked about this just with like our families. I mean, the amount of video of my kids playing baseball from the last 6-7 years is ridiculous because it's whether the GoPro, the video camera, 8 years ago, now the phones with all the video. So that doesn't surprise me when usually something bad happens. People don't reach for their phone to call 911 anymore. People reach for their phone to start videoing.
Yeah, I don't think to do that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I've never done it either, but that's what that's how we get all these videos of terrible things that are happening because people aren't helping or calling for help. They're videoing.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
You're right. They're not helping.
Thank you.
All right, Jared, let's do the warm-up show.
It?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do the warm-up show.
All right.
We did that. You were fired up this morning. I remember about this.
I was annoyed.
Firing of Tom Thibodeau.
True.
You were fired up. I like it. We'll be back here tomorrow on a Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay. We'll see you Thursday. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today.
Looking forward to it.
I hope you're enjoying this podcast in the sun, sunning yourself.
Hmm.
So.